Have you ever wondered how the USA rose from a collection of colonies to a global superpower? Our story begins in the late 18th century with 13 British colonies clustered along the eastern seaboard. These colonies, each distinct in its own way, were beginning to chafe under the rule of a distant monarch. The seeds of discontent were sown, and from them sprouted the revolutionary idea of a nation governed not by a king, but by its people. The American Revolution, a conflict ignited by notions of liberty and self-governance, began in 1775. It was a hard-fought war, marked by both grand battles and guerrilla warfare. The colonists, underdogs in the face of the mighty British Empire, emerged victorious in 1783. The victory was momentous, not just in the military sense, but it also represented a triumph of the democratic ideals that would come to define the United States. The drafting of the Constitution in 1787 was another crucial step in the birth of the nation. This document, a testament to the power of compromise and consensus, established the framework for a government of the people, by the people, for the people. It was a daring experiment in governance unlike anything the world had seen before. The Constitution enshrined not only the structure of the new government, but also the rights of its citizens. Individual freedoms like freedom of speech and religion were integral to the new nation's identity. These principles, laid out in the Bill of Rights, became the bedrock upon which the United States was built. But the young nation was not without its challenges. The vast frontier to the west beckoned, and questions about the nation's role on the world stage loomed large. Yet the United States, underpinned by its commitment to democracy and individual freedoms, was poised to rise. So with the foundation laid, the young nation set about defining its place in the world. As the 19th century dawned, the USA began to expand and innovate, but not without internal conflict. The spirit of manifest destiny swept the nation, driving pioneers westward in search of opportunity and prosperity. This westward expansion, fueled by the prospect of abundant land and resources, significantly augmented the nation's size and diversity. The incorporation of new territories into the Union, however, sparked heated debates on the contentious issue of slavery, further deepening the divide between the North and the South. Simultaneously, the Industrial Revolution was altering the economic fabric of the nation. As mills and factories sprouted up across the Northeast, America began to transform from an agrarian society into an industrial powerhouse. The advent of the steam engine, the telegraph, and the railroad revolutionized transportation and communication, knitting the vast country closer together. The burgeoning industries not only brought prosperity but also introduced social challenges, as the gap between the rich and the poor widened. While the nation expanded and innovated, it could not escape the specter of civil strife. The irreconcilable differences over slavery between the industrial North and the agrarian South culminated in the Civil War. From 1861 to 1865, blood was shed, families were torn apart, and the very ideals upon which the nation was founded were put to the ultimate test. Yet out of this crucible of conflict, the United States emerged stronger. The war led to the abolition of slavery, a landmark moment in the nation's journey towards equality. It also resulted in a more centralized federal government, which would play a pivotal role in shaping the country's future. The 19th century, marked by expansion, innovation, and civil strife, was a transformative period for the United States. These events not only shaped the nation's economic and political landscape, but also forged its character. From the ashes of conflict, a more unified America emerged, ready to navigate the challenges of the next century and to step onto the world stage. The USA emerged from its Civil War stronger and more unified, ready to step onto the world stage. The 20th century brought global conflicts that would forever change the USA's role in the world. As the dawn of the 20th century broke, America found itself embroiled in a conflict like no other: World War I. Initially hesitant, the USA was eventually drawn into the fray, marking its first significant intervention in European affairs. The bravery of the doughboys, the American soldiers, resonated across the globe, and their efforts played a vital role in bringing the war to an end. But the impact of World War I was not just military. It sparked a transformation in the United States, forging a nation more aware of its potential role on the world stage. The end of the war didn't mean an end to America's involvement in international affairs. Instead, it marked the beginning of a more engaged, more proactive America. Then came World War II, a cataclysmic event that shook the very foundations of humanity. Once again, America was called to arms. This time, the USA was not just a participant but a leading force, a beacon of hope in a world clouded by the darkness of totalitarian regimes. The United States rose to the occasion, mobilizing an unprecedented military force and driving technological advancements that would forever change the face of warfare. Victory in World War II catapulted the USA into a new realm, one where it was not just a participant, but a leading actor. The world had changed, and America had changed with it. The USA emerged from the war as a military powerhouse with a booming economy, its influence reaching far beyond its borders. Yet, as the dust of World War II settled, a new kind of conflict was brewing. The Cold War, a battle not fought on the front lines but in the shadows. It was here that the USA's role as a superpower was truly solidified, as it stood toe-to-toe with the Soviet Union shaping the world's political landscape. In the aftermath of World War II, the USA found itself one of two superpowers in a bipolar world. The Cold War era saw the USA assert itself as a global leader both politically and culturally. As the ashes of the Second World War settled, a new era dawned, defined by a tense standoff between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. This was the Cold War, a conflict not fought on battlefields but in the realm of ideology, technology and culture, where the USA emerged as a global leader. The Cold War was a chess match of political maneuvering and military posturing, but beyond the threat of nuclear warfare, the USA and the USSR competed in another arena, the space race. This was a testament to human ambition, a race to assert technological superiority, and a symbol of national pride. The USA's successful Apollo moon landing in 1969 was not just a giant leap for mankind, but also a demonstration of American innovation and resilience. But the USA's influence wasn't just felt in the corridors of power or the vastness of space. American culture was making its way across the globe. Hollywood movies, rock and roll, blue jeans and fast food became symbols of American life, loved and emulated worldwide. This cultural export, known as soft power, played a significant role in shaping global perceptions of the USA. American innovation also left its mark on the world. From the invention of the internet, a tool that revolutionized communication, to advancements in medicine and technology, the USA was at the forefront, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. With the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, the Cold War began to thaw, marking the beginning of the end for the Soviet Union. The USA emerged from this ideological conflict stronger than ever. Its political, cultural, and technological influence had spread across the globe, setting the stage for the country's role in the 21st century. With the end of the Cold War, the USA stood as the world's sole superpower. As we move into the 21st century, the USA continues to shape global events. Emerging from a time of relative peace, the dawn of the new millennium was disrupted by the catastrophic events of September 11, 2001. This tragic day shifted the USA's role on the global stage, placing it at the forefront of the fight against terrorism. In the post-9/11 world, the nation has launched military campaigns in Afghanistan and Iraq, asserting its military might and signaling its commitment to combating terrorism. These actions have not been without controversy, sparking debates about the balance between national security and individual liberty. Simultaneously, the United States' economic influence continues to be a major force worldwide. Its status as the world's largest economy, combined with the influence of the dollar as the global reserve currency, solidifies its position as an economic superpower. American multinational corporations like Apple, Google, and Amazon have transformed the global marketplace, driving innovation and setting trends across industries. But being a superpower in the 21st century presents its own challenges. The rise of other global powers such as China and India presents new political and economic dynamics. Climate change, cyber warfare, and global health crises like the COVID-19 pandemic are complex issues that demand international cooperation and innovative solutions. Furthermore, the country faces internal challenges. Issues such as income inequality, racial tension, and political polarization have come to the forefront, sparking nationwide protests and calls for change. As the nation grapples with these issues, the resilience and strength of its democratic institutions are being tested. In the face of these challenges, the USA continues to evolve, demonstrating its ability to adapt and overcome. The spirit of resilience and innovation that has defined the country's history continues to shape its path forward. From a collection of colonies to a global superpower, the USA's journey is a testament to the strength and resilience of its people. As we look to the future, it's clear that the USA will continue to play a pivotal role in shaping the world.